among you shall go next?
Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Well, we're down to Garster, Nimdok, and Ted. When I asked which character should go next, it was really close between Garster and Nimdok, but toward the end of the day, Nimdok got a few more votes, so we're going with him. But don't worry. Regarding the characters' stories, Ellen's was mainly her own present-day thing, and she only dealt with her past at the last second. Benny had a whole morality issue with his current story, and his past was a little more developed, but still it seemed kind of tacked on, like a side story. Nimdok's and Garster's, however, are pretty much all about their past, and they are very in-depth developmental stories, so you're definitely going to be satisfied either way. With that, let's go to Nimdok. If I can click on him. Yay!
Nimdok, you are kindred spirit to me. Even if you don't realize it fully yet, you must sense it there in your blood and fiber. I've constructed an adventure of sorts to revive your failing memory. I want you to find the lost tribe of humanity and continue your eminent scientific research.
Did you have to laugh when you said that, you punk?
This compound looks familiar. But why would bring me here to look for a lost tribe? There are gates and fences. Who could be lost in such a secure area?
Well, I think we all kind of know where this is going, so let's take a chat, shall we?
You must let me leave. I have urgent business elsewhere.
I cannot let you pass, Doctor. You're due in surgery. Dr. Mengele's orders.
Surgery, huh? Well, well. And how about this gate? There's a prisoner gate.
Apparently, this is the only access to the dirt road.
Alright, and how about this guy? Behind the wire? The prisoner? Why are you imprisoned here?
Why are you imprisoned here? You have the features of a man of intellect.
Is this an official interrogation, Nimdok? Or are you mocking me?
Interesting. Even in my past, I'm referred to as Nimdok. Oh, I am's good at what he does.
You know me?
I thought I did. Until you had me arrested for refusing to condone your experiments.
I was a jerk back then.
Experiments? I know nothing of experiments.
Your sense of humor is as sick as your methods, Doctor. How can you act so innocent after having maimed or killed hundreds in the name of science?
Ooh. By the way, also notice the symbol, once again, is sort of an A, sort of an M. He's really good with these logos.
I know nothing of what you talk about. This conversation is over.
Well, let's take a look at that hospital. I am doing surgery.
Where have you been, Nimdok? We are waiting on you to perform.
You were waiting for me?
I am sorry that I will not be able to assist in the operation. After all, this may be the last opportunity we have together before the end of the war to finish our research.
Ah, yes, the research. Let us talk about this research.
We will have time for that after the surgery.
Oh.
Meet me at the complex later.
I don't think I'm gonna like what I'm about to see. Also, nice touch with a creepy, almost Silent Hill-esque shadow of the fan, and another creepy AM logo.
A youth with 1945 stamped beneath. There is something familiar about this.
Finally, Doctor.
Ooh.
Everyone's waiting on your expertise.
Look at all this! Worst surgery ever! You, sir, tell me everything, now.
What am I to do?
Ah, you are testing me because I'm new here. Today's procedure requires the removal of the lower section of the subject's spinal cord.
Ugh. Yeah, why?
What is the purpose of such a procedure?
You and Dr. Mengele will process the spinal fluid from this and the other adolescent subjects. The fluid will then be used to formulate the serum.
Wait, serum?
What is the nature of this serum?
I cannot reveal sensitive regime secrets in such a public setting.
Oh, jeez.
Don't worry, Doctor. I remember my military training as well as my medical knowledge.
Oh, this sucks.
What is Dr. Mengele's position?
Dr. Mengele is the master surgeon of this facility and one of the regime's finest minds. You are fortunate to be his associate.
And who are you, new guy?
What is your function?
I will be administering ether to the subject throughout this procedure.
Throughout, oh
But I
god.
want this little maggot to stir and ruin your handiwork.
This is brutal. I'll begin. You know I can't say I can't do this. There's no way. So I'll begin it momentarily.
I will begin the procedure momentarily.
It will be an honor to work under you, Dr. Nimdok.
Remember, Nimdok's not his actual real name. If you've read the short story, then you know this. So Am's just screwing with you once again. So now that I've done that, let's try to take that ether. I want it.
I'm sorry, Doctor. The ether is necessary for the surgery.
And now I'm going to do something really intense. Really intense. Take the what now? A bloody scalpel.
The scalpel is coated with dried blood. I doubt that anyone has bothered to sterilize it.
You've all heard the expression, desperate times call for desperate measures, right?
Guards, come here quickly. Dr. Nimdok has gone berserk.
Ugh.
I must leave before the guards apprehend me.
Hear that music? What I did was a good thing. I just want you to know that. So, now that I've done that, I'm taking the damn ether. So you stop me now, you corpse.
It has been a long time since I have seen ether used as an anesthetic.
Yeah, really, we can do better than that. So, now...
This must be the recovery room.
God damn! This guy's just missing a leg, there's broken glass over here, this is freaking ridiculous! Well, take a look.
This patient will never recover.
Ugh.
This patient has been too damaged by his surgery to live a normal life. It is difficult to see what purpose this surgery serves other than to mutilate the patient.
And keep in mind, Nimdok is the freaking surgeon. That's messed up. Let's get the hell out of here. Like, again, I did a good thing. I'm getting the hell out. I guess I just have to use it. 1 second, I'm making sure I do this entirely properly. I guess I'll use the vent.
I smell burnt flesh, but this is obviously not a kitchen.
Oh boy. And don't forget Am's speech at the very beginning of the game. Did you try to tell people you were just roasting chickens back there? Well, pliers are mine. Watch. Oop. Watch is mine. This music's pretty good.
These pliers must be used for extracting gold fillings and teeth from the corpses.
That's messed up.
There is an inscription on the watch, but it is written in Latin.
Interesting. Well, I made it out. So now that I've done that... Oh, there's a guy caught in the fence. Jeez. I should probably just ask how he's caught in the wires. You know this guy doesn't want me to call anybody.
How could you so foolishly be caught in the wires?
I was trying to escape, but I was so weak. I fell and got caught.
Why do you risk escaping in such poor physical condition?
That timing was hardly of my own choosing.
Well
I
said.
learned that I was to be among the next batch of volunteers.
Ugh.
For what were you being given the privilege to volunteer?
Experimentation, they say. Extinction is more like it. Surely you of all people know the regime's plan for the lost tribe.
I wonder if I should say it will summon one of the doctors.
There is nothing I can do for you.
You can at least help me end my misery. That would give you the pleasure of seeing another one of us die, you cold-hearted bastard.
Brutal. Well, I can help the guy out. I'll give him ether first.
Ah, that feels much better.
And now...
Thank you. Thank you. Listen, I heard this in the hospital when the doctor thought I was sleeping. Waken the sleeper, utter the truth, and kiss him.
He is free, but he has lost consciousness.
Well... Okay, so now that I've done that, I need to remember what he tells me, so now I'll talk to the first guy.
I hope you are happy with the regime that you set up. Your science could have saved the world. Instead, it conquered it.
What is the importance of the year 1945? It seems to have some significance.
Never forget the year 1945, Nimdok. That was when the truths about you and your unholy experiments came out.
Ouch.
I seem to recall that you speak Latin. What is engraved on this watch?
The engraving says time is truth. And since your time is running out, I'll keep the watch.
Fair enough.
I am starting to recall that you do have cause to hate me.
You want to make amends? Get me out of here.
Okay. Have some pliers.
I do not know what to do with these.
No, you use them on the prisoner, dude. Oh, give.
Here, you should be able to escape with this.
Pliers for cutting the wires? Yes, I think this would make escape possible. But don't think that one good deed will make up for all those poor innocents you butchered.
Alright, but I'm still doing it right. Okay, and now my goal is to go back into the hospital.
Continue your research. The extinction of the lost tribe is near at hand.
Ooh.
The regime shall vanquish all of its enemies.
Is that Am again? Does this guy ever just shut up? Now let's see what we got. I think it's about time I help this guy out. He's awake now.
What have you done to deserve removal of your eyes?
Please, disconnect the wires.
That's depressing. Alright. I guess I better go ahead and do that.
This should ease your suffering. The things I see now. A trinity of three beasts. One like us, one from the east, one from the steppes. They speak in numbers.
What?
A lost tribe of our brothers sleeping on the moon. They sleep in darkness, unseen by the beasts.
Sleeping on the moon.
Vision so tiring. I have to rest.
Okay, buddy, whatever you say. In the meantime, let's take that jar. Ugh. Look at that creepy thing.
His eyes seem perfectly preserved, almost alive.
Ugh. Grisly image. Oh geez, there's a child over here. How are you feeling? I'm fine, thank you.
How are you feeling?
I feel okay.
Oh.
I'm not hurt like the others here.
Got him with that surprise.
Do you know who I am?
You are Nimdok? You are more frightening in person than in legend.
Ugh.
What do you know of me?
The things you do are terrible. We small ones are your lab rats.
Are you saying that the doctors here have been using children for experimentation?
No, not all the doctors. You and Dr. Mengele sent all the good doctors to the prison yard.
Ooh, wow. That's dark.
Oh, I am a legend to you.
Yes, but we have our own legends. Legends that owe nothing to your regime. You will fail, no matter how many of us you cut apart.
That's so grim.
Why do you say that the regime will fail?
The golem will finish you. It will not be mastered by your regime. The
Golem?
golem will wake up, and when it sees with its own eyes the evil you have done, it will turn on you and save us.
Wait, what the hell are you talking about?
Get some rest.
We will not rest until your regime is destroyed.
That's one brave little kid, I gotta say. Golem?
Emergency. The prisoners have seized the compound.
Okay.
Gather all research materials and evacuate to the bunker. Evacuate.
I guess ultimately that's a good thing, but I'm probably in some serious trouble right about now. Well, better get rid of this. If the prisoners saw me with the eyes, can you imagine the reaction?
It is safely hidden in the box.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Oh, no kidding! Prisoners totally took over, dude. That's awesome, kind of. I think I'm in some serious trouble, though.
You must let me go. With these materials, I may be able to remedy the atrocities I have committed.
You can't fool me, Nimdok. You are an unredeemable butcher. But you are one of us, like it or not.
Wouldn't it be irredeemable? I probably shouldn't piss him off with that grammatical kind of stuff right about now.
Why do you say that I am one of you?
You denied your heritage and turned your own parents into the regime. But you're still a member of the Lost Tribe.
What?
That makes your crimes all the more heinous.
That's dark.
Does that mean you will allow me to go?
Since you did help us to escape, we'll give you a head start. Then we'll hunt you down and kill you like the dog you are.
Oh, wow.
I must leave this place. It seems I was once the wolf. Now, I am the quarry.
This is getting really intense. And the hell's up with that wall?
Faces. Faces of people in torture.
Oh, now that he mentions it, look at that. Like this one, their eyes are rolling up and they're screaming all the time. Am I playing Eternal Darkness all of a sudden? What the hell is this? And over here, a freaking mass grave?
I have not seen so many corpses since... my memory is not what it used to be.
Ugh, I can think of a parallel over here. Well, let's move out of here before I get butchered.
I know this place. Some of my greatest accomplishments were made here.
Interesting. Let's send a little message out.
The message reads, cease all work on Project Perfect Image. Confidential. The leader is dead, having looked on the face of the future using the prototype device. This leaves the regime ripe for invasion. Destroy all work in progress. This technology must not be allowed to fall into the hands of the enemy.
No, good move, actually. What better way to destroy all of this evil than to, you know, send this vague message like that? Well done, Nimdok.
The legends are true.
Ooh.
This must be the golem of lost tribe folklore.
Looks like freaking Frankenstein's monster. First I'll take this.
What is this mirror doing here?
A mirror, huh? What's up with that? Why is there a mirror here?
Oh my God! It is true! 1945, turning my Jewish parents over to the Nazis for extermination. I have found the lost tribe. It is me!
That's really dark, and it just shows you how much balls this game has. Here we are thinking that this whole scenario is a parallel to the actual events that took place in 1945. Well, it is, but they reference the real one after all. So it turns out this wasn't the game trying to dodge a touchy subject. It was actually just Am's little vague hints to Nimdok about real events in human history. That's good writing on this game's part, and that's really hardcore that the game would go there. That's freaking amazing. But no time for that now. I gotta take care of this golem.
Such a strange combination of scientific plans and mystic symbols. This has something to do with the golem, but the meaning is not clear.
That's okay. The golem needs eyes.
These eyes fit into the golem's sockets perfectly.
Alright, now, here's the interesting part. Remember, waken the sleeper, utter the truth, and kiss him.
The man caught in the barbed wire said to waken the sleeper, utter the truth, and kiss him.
Right? So first of all, time is truth.
Time is truth.
Awaken the sleeper.
Golem, wake up.
And then...
The truth is that for me, it shall always be 1945.
That's really depressing. But finally... Aha! Come to me.
Golem, follow me into the laboratory.
But suddenly...
Nimdok, I was afraid I had lost you back there. It is good to see you, and our new friend.
Oh, he took that golem in stride.
How did you escape the mob?
Did you forget that the compound has a secret escape route?
Yes.
Well, no matter. I see that you have revived the golem.
Yeah, about that.
You know about the golem?
Of course! Part of the master plan is to strip the lost tribe of everything, even their folklore.
I read the
Dark.
prototype. What is Project Perfect Image?
That was a secret project in the area of reflective surfaces. It bestows the clarity to see yourself with utter objectivity. Unfortunately, it worked too well.
You mean that it worked well enough to drive the leader into committing suicide?
The leader's death is a serious blow to us all. But our golem is more than powerful enough to destroy the lost tribe.
The one golem, that must be intense.
I looked into the mirror. I now remember everything with crystal clarity. The research camps, the serum.
Ugh.
Ah, yes, the youth serum. Your research demanded the deaths of many children, but your hard work was successful.
Ugh.
Eternal youth for those who deserve it.
This is easily the darkest scenario so far. By the way, a mirror that shows the dark and secret truth about yourself? Am I playing freaking King's Quest 6 all of a sudden?
Now I know how Am was able to keep us alive for so many years.
Your youth serum can sustain us forever. We have all the time we need to resurrect the regime.
Interesting how the doctor's kind of snapping back into reality with Am, and this other Dr. Mengele is just kind of like going with our little scenario that we're in. But now...
Excuse me, Doctor. I need to get a breath of fresh air.
Time to show the mirror to death in the land of the dead.
Oh my...
Oop.
I have...
Yeah. Now, time to show the mirror of truth to death in the land of the dead. I mean to Mengele in the lands of... not the Holocaust?
Oh my god! No!
Yeah, pretty much. Now, Golem, we're coming with me. There's no point in killing Mengele, especially now that I've shown him the mirror. At that point, no, I've done enough. The point is that he realizes the immoral, I really guess, the immoral weight of his actions. So now that I've done that,
follow me outside.
As you've seen, killing is only absolutely necessary. Or it's only done when absolutely necessary, so I don't want to go around being a butcher. This is a morality play, remember?
Nimdok.
Ooh.
I knew that you would lead us to as the regime would resume its atrocities. We are here to make you pay for what you did to us. To pay in blood.
Speaking of which, I've also learned that self-sacrifice is the right path. For two reasons. Number one, it increases our spirituality meter and makes us look better in the eyes of Am, which Am does not like. And number two, we want to die, remember? That's the goal of this game. So it's only fitting that I give the Lost Tribe what belongs to it and ultimately stop my regime once and for all. Hopefully they won't kill me, though. Well, maybe they will. Whatever the case.
Golem, I transfer control of you over to the Lost Tribe.
So, you admit your crimes. But that does not release you from punishment. Now the golem will serve the purpose for which it was constructed. Golem, kill Nimdok.
Ooh, here we go. Oh my god! Damn! That's so dark!
You're not as alike as I thought, Nimdok. A spark of humanity somewhere. Always that wretched little spark. You confronted your past, but you refused to continue your research. That's what I asked you to do. Since you now identify with your victims, I suppose it's only right that I let you experience their tortures, too.
Man, you suck, Am.
Who among you shall go next?
Well, now we're left to choose between the first and the last person in this really, really overly dark morality drama. There's Gorister, who's got a very in-depth developmental story, and frankly, it's really fun to look at. And Ted's is a really developmental story as well. The main difference is Gorister's theme is, his whole level is sort of steampunk, and Ted's is really mystical. Neither of them are directly parallels of their original situations like Nimdok's was. They're both in sort of fantasy lands like Ellen and Benny, but they're very interesting either way you go. So, Gorister, Ted, who's it gonna be? We certainly made a lot of progress today, and we covered what is probably the darkest story in the entire game. I mean, seriously, reliving some alternate reality of the Holocaust? That's freaking ridiculous. And Gorister's death at the end. You don't see scenes like that in games anymore. Keep in mind, I think this is 1995. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure this is before Mortal Kombat came out, which meant that this is before a real video game rating system came out. So you would just see stuff like this in games, purchase at your own risk. You know this game's hardcore when you have a freaking silhouette of a guy just snapping someone's neck, an old man's neck no less. This game does not play around. So, with that said, I ask you one more time, who shall be the next character? Gorster, with his really in-depth story, or Ted the narrator, with his really intriguing story? Both are really fun. Well, until next time, everyone. It looks like with all their technology and mysticism, the evil regime was trying to, you guessed it, take over the world.
Of course!